7 more days of being together. How cool is that?
That was our objective, to be honest with you. Our objective was win or lose. It really didn't matter. It was the idea of the only way to get 7 more days together was to win. These kids are such a class act. I can't even begin to speak about them, but we're just not ready to talk about all the hoopla of the year. We're still worried about playing and worrying about playing our next down. And these kids played a bang-up 4-quarter game tonight. That's what we've been waiting for a long time.
You know, it was a situation where you just, honestly, we're looking at each other, not really shocked, but kind of. It was everything you needed to do, you did. It was perfect.
Yeah, we talked about it, and I've talked to you guys throughout the week. In previous weeks, we talked about just controlling the line of scrimmage. We talked about winning ahead of the chains. We don't want to put our offense in precarious situations. And credit goes to our assistant coaches controlling the offense and defensive side of the ball. Our kids never got too high when they should have, and they never got too low when they could have. They just kept battling. They've really represented our school very well.
It's always a process, and you walked off the field after losing in the playoffs last year, and there was something that was driving you, wasn't it? I mean, I could see it.
We took a month off over the holidays last year, and we came right back to it. I've been telling guys all year. January is when we started, and it just was tonight was a weight room. Tonight was a summer practice. Tonight was all the countless hours that these kids have spent together with us and with themselves, and great day to be a Gator.
How much of a tone setter was that opening possession where you guys get the ball to start the game, march right down the field and score?
Well, we talked about that last week. We didn't play a real good first half against Brockway, and they gave us everything we could handle. We just talked about all week coming out of the locker room, getting off the bus, getting a good start. Luckily, we won the toss. We were just able to take advantage of it, and kudos goes to our kids. Our kids just buy into whatever we're trying to get them, and they do it really well.
Building that lead in the first half, you guys ran it like you wanted to, but you also mixed in some pretty savvy passes. Just talk about the offensive game plan and the kids executing everything.
Our offensive coaching staff did a phenomenal job, even there at the end, and they were piling up the middle. And our coaches called a quick sweep to the edge because we knew that they were trying to take away Blaine B gap to B gap. And our coaches just do a great job of game planning. I guess I'm in charge of making sure we get to practice and we do it right, and we do it. Our offensive and defensive assistant coaches are why, along with our 30-some players, are why we're a Final Four in Class A.
Well, how about your defense? They got a couple first downs on that first drive, but after that, you really shut them down.
Well, to be honest with you, all week we've heard nothing but Jalen Wagner, what kind of a running back he was. And he is. He's a heck of an athlete. Number 1's a heck of an athlete. Number 12's a big boy. But we prided ourselves all year on just being more violent than the other team. We have 2 rules in our program. We're going to play as violent as possible, as classy as possible. And as people that watch us play, I think, can tell that that's a style of football we like to play at Port Allegany, and we executed that tonight.
You don't have to answer, but are you surprised how almost easy it was?
No, I wouldn't say easy. I'd say well earned, to be honest with you. These kids have just, with all the different alignments that we put in front of them this week, prepping for what Reynolds would do, and our kids just responded, whether we were slanting in gaps or whether we were blitzing, whether we were dropping, whether we were sim pressuring, whatever we were doing, the kids and coaches just executed the plan really well.
How much do you think the way Noah Archer's performed the last couple of weeks opened things up for Moses, especially in the first half?
I know it would tell you it's 100% the 5 guys in front of him, 100%. Talk about his savvy play there. He gets the first down, he takes a slide. That's just Noah in a nutshell. Possibly could have taken it to the house. He didn't. Noah Archer's is a consummate teammate. Blaine Moses, Drew Evans, those 3 together, there's something special that I would, if any coach ever had the opportunity to hang out with them, unbelievable. And then they're so all about the team. It's just very good family atmosphere we have going in our program. I'm proud of them.
Back to where you were 10 years ago, what does that mean to you guys?
We just talked about, and I was fortunate to be a coach on that staff, but we talked about writing history in our school program by getting as far as the 12 team did. And frankly, we talked about we're tired of the 12 team. We love the 12 team. They did great things for our program, but it's time to live in the now. We've talked about it all year. Be where your feet are. Pre-game we talked, don't get too high tonight. Don't get too low. Just stay the course. Play the next play. There's going to be calls. There's going to be play calls. There's going to be coaches yelling at you, fans yelling at you. Just stay grounded and play, and these kids did that. For 15 through 18-year-olds, these kids did that really well tonight.
You won the Big 30 game on this field. You've won 3 in a row. It's kind of Bienkowski shrine here. How are you feeling about it?
It's Port Allegany Gators shine. It's so much for our program. Every week we talk about this is a program win, this is a program win, and I told the kids it was their fault that they keep setting the bar so high. Yeah. And that was our speech at halftime. You guys went and raised the bar again. Now you got to go get over it again. And they just keep doing it. They're so humble. They're so together. They're so family-oriented. It's just a good day to be a Gator.
I'm sure you haven't had a whole lot of time to look, but you get another tough challenge next week.
We watched Canavan and Union of Newcastle this morning. We had team film together, and then we watched the game. And obviously Union handled them, but make no mistake about it, we're going to enjoy this we're enjoy being one of the final 4 teams left in the state until Monday. Coaches will get together over the weekend and we'll put together a plan. And most importantly, if there's anything you guys write, it's that we get 7 more days with a bunch of kids that are so incredibly giving of themselves. They've all given of themselves all year long for the betterment of our team, and I think you can see that on the field.
And then just one last time, how does it feel?
It's going to be a Gator. Go Gators.
Thanks, Coach.